Hi all, welcome to video lectures of Department of Robotics and Automation. Myself Prashantini, Assistant Professor in Department of Robotics and Automation. So today we'll be seeing about components of IoT. So these are the major components of IoT. So the first one is thing or device, next gateway, cloud, analytics and user interface. These are the major components of IoT. You can also have additional peripheral devices for enhancement of connectivity among IoT devices. So first is thing or device. A thing or a device, it can be a sensor or an actuator. So if it is a sensor, it will collect data from the environment. For example, you can take it can collect data like temperature, humidity, motion, light, obstacle detection. So all these can be sensed and it will be given as an input to the microcontroller or the processing unit. If it is an actuator, it will perform certain actions. So whatever input that has been it has got from the previous IoT device or the control action that has been given to it, so it will do accordingly. So for example, turning on fan or locking of a door. So whatever action that has been given to the IoT device, that it will do. So its function is, if it is a sensor, it will collect data and it will directly send it to the cloud through a gateway. So next is gateway. It acts as a bridge between IoT device and the cloud infrastructure. So it is actually a bridge that connects IoT device and the cloud infrastructure. So its functions are it aggregates data from multiple sensors and devices. So it consolidates data because an IoT device not only consists of a single sensor, it can have multiple sensors. So multi sensor fusion will be done in this gateway and it will have certain protocols to do desired translations. So based on the functionality of the IoT device, so the protocol will vary. For example, basic protocols are Zigbee or Wi-Fi. You can also use LoRaWAN, BACnet and other protocols also. So it also offers edge computing capabilities for filtering and processing of data. The data might have some noise or any unwanted information. So all the processing will be done in this basic filtering will be done in this gateway. And also it ensures secure communication with encryption and authentication so that unwanted intrusion will be prevented. So a basic example of gateway can be a Raspberry Pi or an Arduino device with connectivity modules. So this can be a peripheral device also. Next is cloud. It is mainly used for storage and it can also be used for centralized computing. So its main function are it stores a vast amount of data. You cannot always rely on hardware, like pen drive or other devices for storage of data. Since IoT device or an IoT system may process large amount of data. So for that we go for cloud storage and it also provide real-time data access. When you connect it to the internet, you can easily access the IoT system by using this cloud. And it also hosts IoT platform for device management and rule-based automation. So you can easily automate an IoT platform and monitor its functions remote through remote access. So example are AWS IoT Core. These are the cloud platforms that is generally available for the user. So next is analytics. So it is mainly used for process and interpretation of collected data to generate the necessary information required by the user. So it mainly uses machine learning and AI concepts for processing of data. So based on the application of the user, analytics can be altered or it can be changed. And also real-time dashboards will also be it also provides additional information and alerts if any intrusion or if any malfunction is happening in the IoT system, it will also be given as an alert. And it can also do predictive maintenance and behavioral analysis, wherein it can maintain the IoT system and it can also understand or learn the behavior of the IoT system. And it can change accordingly. It can decide accordingly. For that, analytics can be used. Examples are it can analyze the temperature pattern in a smart factory so that any commotion or any hazards can be avoided due to the overheating process. So next is user interface. This user interface is mainly used. It allows user to interact with the IoT system. So its functions are visualization of data. For example, it can give you in data in the form of graphs, pie chart, or any values on the dashboard. It can also show you the function of the inputs and the processing in the microcontroller and Arduino. And it also controls devices. You can either off or on a device through the user interface, and it can also be in the form of an web-based application or a mobile app. And it can also include voice commands or notification. For example, alerts in your phone or a system. It can also be used that way. Example is smart home apps. The best example for user interface is Alexa. So how you can connect all your electronics through Alexa, and you can automate all the electronics gadgets in your house. So it is a best example for user interface. So far, we have seen the major components of IoT. So these are the basic major components of IoT. We have seen in detail the components of IoT. In next class, we'll be learning about hype cycle and other terminologies related with IoT. Thank you.